You feel about when people think, well, how do you feel when people say you don't like black women?
I love black women. My baby mama black. My first baby, my first child, the first woman I made millions of dollars with was black. So kill it.
How many of y'all knew that Sauce Walka first baby mama was black? If you're a real supporter, you know that. You know what I'm saying? I've been knowing that since back in the day. Of course, you know, I grew up around Texas. So, yeah, man, we've been listening to Sauce Walka. We've been rocking with him from day one. Now, the thing is that it's crazy that this even has to be a topic simply because of who this man decides to have in his bed. Crazy part is this wouldn't even be a conversation if he wasn't a successful, self-made, successful so-called black man. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't be talking about this. That'll just be like, oh yeah, it's just another black dude that done went to white women. But since he's so successful, the media has to find a reason to tear him down. You can't tear him down through his music. You can't tear him down through his originality. You know, people want to carbon copy what this man does. So you got to find other fields and other areas to tear him down. And this is one of them, that he does not like black women or he does not love black women. But he's explaining it to y'all. And that's what we're getting into today, family. So let's go ahead and kick the rest of the film.
Don't speak on her, put that out there like that, because that part of my life was before social media, and I was living a certain type of way around that time as well outside of that. And
in other words, what he's trying to say is, I stopped running in the streets and I stopped, you know, sending women to walk that stroll for me, you know what I'm saying, to try to settle down with that black woman and create a family. But that didn't work out, you know what I'm saying? So I got back on doing me. I tried to stop my life for her and she didn't appreciate it, so I had to move on. But I still have the utmost respect for her. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's trying to say in other words. Y'all keep listening and y'all gonna identify
it don't make sense. It's not safe, and it don't make sense for me to put her in that light and put out there, because we came in from something completely different. So it was just something that we both agreed on. Like, you know what I'm saying? To not put her out there in the limelight and all that shit. Because at the end of the day, that's just another target. Look how Bambi and everybody else I talked to was a target. That's just another target. But in reality though,
in other words, what he's trying to say is, she didn't agree on a lifestyle that I wanted to live, which was, you know, run them back and forth, you know, live this fast life, run the streets, you know, chase this fast money, live this rapper life. She didn't agree with that. And I also, you know, wanted to have my pick of the litter, you know what I'm saying? So she didn't agree with none of that, so we agreed to disagree. And the black woman to every black man is literally the queen. You know what I'm saying? That's our mothers. You know what I'm saying? That's our mothers, where we come from. That's our mothers, grandmothers, great-grandmothers, sisters, cousins. They are the queens. They are the ones that we naturally supposed to protect. And that goes for all women, but more so for the queen, the black woman. That's our queen. You know what I'm saying? The same way the white woman is the queen to a white man, the Mexican woman is a queen to a Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? That's the same thing. You know, no matter what nationality, your queen is your queen. It's nothing like your queen. So there's always going to be a protective type of barrier there that you have for her. You're always going to want to protect her. So he was willing to, you know, throw Bambi and all them out there for the sacrifice. Unfortunately, that's just what it is. But when it came to his queen, you know, his baby mama, the black woman, she was going to stay low key so they couldn't attack her. That's what he's trying to explain to y'all. You know, I got so much love for her. I don't want her out in the media. That way they not bashing her, following her. That way she can live a normal life and not have to be bombarded by, you know, fans in the streets, torturing her life and, you know, literally trying to break her down for anything that she does. That way she doesn't have to walk on eggshells. She can do her and live her and be, you know, straight off of the money that I'm making off of, you know, everybody else. You feel what he's trying to say? Still giving her the basic form of protection.
Matter of fact, the beautiful girl you talking about, that's my baby mama. That's her. That's her. The same girl. That's her right there. The one you like, the bad one. Yeah, I was with two of them though, but the light one, the one, the big booty light skinned one. Yeah, that one right there.
Do y'all hear how he's talking about her? The big booty light skinned one. That's the one. She the one right there. You see? Do you see the feelings that he had for her when he's speaking about her? It's genuine love there.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like, brown black women think that you're not attracted to your own kind because you're dark.
It's not true.
People think you don't like yourself. Like, basically, like he's going to something.
Oh, I love dark-skinned women. I love beautiful. I love black women. My mama was beautiful and black.
Did y'all just hear this man say Cheese try to hit him with that Willie Lynch Hungarian dialect type of thinking? You know, that divide them amongst each other by colors and every other way possible. Divide them amongst each other by, you know, lightest to darkest, shortest to tallest, skinniest to fattest. Stop trying to divide each other. There's no difference. There's no such thing as the brown black woman. No, they're black women. It doesn't matter if they're yellow, brown, purple. It's still the same thing. It's still a black woman in essence. It's a black woman. You still have melanin in your skin. You still have skin pigment. You're still a black woman. There's no difference. So stop trying to make it a difference. That don't make any sense. So if he was going for straight dark-skinned women, then he should be looked at by the lighter complected black woman as a light-skinned black woman disliker. And you cannot be mad at this man for what he finds his preference to be. Not everybody's preference is going to be the same thing. I'm not necessarily into dark-skinned black women. Don't mean I don't think they're beautiful and I won't protect them as queens. I just more so prefer, you know, a lighter skin tone black woman. There's no prejudice there for me at all, though. There's no self-hatred for me at all, though, there. The only thing that it is what I prefer. That's my preference. Stop trying to make this man out to be some monster because he does not want to be with your preference. That don't make any sense. Now, we can all agree that Say Cheese is the #1 blogger in the game. So there's no disrespect there for that man. I love to see that man on top because he's the hardest working man in this game. So keep grinding it out, King. But get that mentality out your head, though, brother.
Again. This is people making decisions off of their feelings instead of making a correct business decision.
Facts. This man is highly intelligent. That's facts.
Where we come from is my people. Me, my people, where we come from. It ain't about no color. It ain't about no color of skin, dark or light skin. It is the mentality of people in which I run from or I choose not to have my personal relationships with until I find the right person, because my personal relationship is my business relationship, because I don't believe in separating the two.
Facts. That's big facts. Big old big facts. You know, a relationship is business. It is business. Y'all gotta understand that. A relationship is a corporation. If you don't know what corporation means, if you think corporation is just those big buildings that you see everywhere, that is not what a corporation is. The word corporation literally means, you know, the combining of two separate entities that come together as one. That's what a relationship is. So in any corporation, the focus should be to build and expand, to build, grow, and become something better as one. Y'all gotta understand that. So him saying that he don't separate his personal from his business, that makes him all business. Even while he's with a woman, that's all business. Now that goes to show you that the black woman was not really into being all business with him. She wanted to show off, like he stated later on in the interview. Now, I'm not going to play the full interview because of copyright reasons. That's that man's content. If you want to hear the rest, go check it out on Say Cheese TV. You know, he got it all on there. But the thing is, we got to learn to understand that, you know, when it comes to being in a relationship, it ain't all about glittering and gleaming. It's still about doing the grimy work and toughening it out. My bad, y'all. My kids screaming in the background, man. I had to go check that out. But y'all see, man, that's doing the grimy work as well. You know, making sure the kids is good. You know, when wifey out making her bread, you know, I'm going to stay here and hold the kids down. And when I'm out making my bread, you know, she going to stay and hold the kids down. A lot of men got a mentality of, you know, those is her kids, even though you laid down and had them as well. You know what I'm saying? Those are your kids too. Those are your responsibility. If you want your kids to grow up and be disciplined and raised in the right way, if you want them to be successful, it is vital that a man is there to, you know, create that disciplinarian boundary. You know, it shouldn't be on the woman. The woman should be the one to give the nurturing side. She should be the one that they can run to get away with little things here and there. You know, as the man, you should discipline and keep this structure. You should keep the rules of the household, intact. You should set the rules and make sure that they keep them. You feel what I'm trying to say? He went on also to say that, in a black community, we don't understand what teamwork is. And that is very, very true. A lot of black people don't like to work together. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to work together to come up. Everybody wants to be their own entity and stand alone. But that is not something that actually happens in the real world that creates success. You cannot become successful on your own. You have to have a team around you. Nothing in life is successful as a standalone. Everything has something that it relies on. Even this microphone that I'm using, it relies on a cord to give it power. It relies on batteries. It relies on outside energy, as well as, the thing surrounding the actual speakers, the actual mic. It relies on that to not allow so much spit and static to come into it. And the device that I'm recording on, that I'm sending it to edit, it relies on, all kind of stuff, computer chips and, a charger for, to keep the battery life going, a battery. It relies on so many different things. And that's just how things work in life. We're set up that way because we're supposed to rely on each other to be successful. We have to come together to be successful. You feel what I'm trying to say? In every company, in every store that you ever worked for, every business you ever worked for, there had to be workers. There couldn't be just one solo person doing it. The workers are just as equally important as the CEO and the one in charge, because they do the groundwork that needs to be done. While he does the paperwork and keeps the business running from the top, they keep it running from the bottom and generating revenue, which keeps everything going. It has to run as a well-oiled machine. That way it can be successful. And that's something that we don't understand within the black communities. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this down in the comment section. Let's go ahead and move on. Next up, we got Mama Duck. And Mama Duck was talking about K.I. and King Von in their interview. Send the shiggities at King Von. This is another Say Cheese interview, so let's go ahead and check it out.
You know what I'm saying? That's the type of encouragement that I got from her. She was a bug, okay? A murderer? No. She was a tough little girl, okay?
Now, y'all don't take me out of context for when I say this. Take it for face value and exactly what I'm saying in every word that I say. Now, I see that she has a lot of love for K.I. You can tell that her maternal instinct is kicking in whenever she's speaking about her, which means she watched her growing up and there was genuine love there. I'm sure it most likely was. That was her daughter's best friend. Her daughter passed away as well. So that could be another key reason why she's trying to protect her, because she is trying to protect her by saying that she's not a murderer. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Even though, you got people on the streets that are saying that that little girl did something to their people. So, you know what I'm saying? It's definitely something that she was connected with on a street level, as far as, taking somebody out, allegedly. Let me say that. But we're going to explain further in just a second. Let her finish talking.
And yes, Von did like her, had a crush on her. Yes, he did. You know what I'm saying?
So you're confirming that?
That's a jab at Von right there. That's taking a shiggity at Von. I'll pay attention.
And then I say, how's you liking a stud? It was weird to me. How you got a crush on a stud? How you want a stud? It gotta be something else, okay?
Y'all see? Even more shiggity's taken. She basically just tried to call that man going both ways. She tried to call him a star boy. She tried to say that, he undercover, your undercover brother or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But I'll tell you exactly what the underlining effort was for him to extend his hand as if he liked her. It was because he wanted to take her out. Allegedly, let me say that. It was because he wanted her gone. She took a lot from him, but she taking jabs at him. And let's keep on listening.
So
You a trip.
When it just came out, like, and I'm seeing how her and Von going back and forth, and he flirting with her, and you know what I'm saying? I can honestly say I didn't know none of them babies personally who Duck was into it with.
So if you didn't know them personally, how could you sit there and say that Von guaranteedly liked K.I.?
I didn't know Von personally. I didn't know OD personally. I didn't know T-Roy personally. I didn't know none of these, baby. I just knew that somewhere down the line that my kids were entwined with that mix. Okay, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, there are a lot of documentaries.
Okay, so y'all gotta understand, this woman taking jabs at Von, of course, yeah, because Von took so many jabs at her son, you know, while he was still here, as well as when he passed away, you know, really started jabbing him down. But for her to be promoting so much, stop the violence and keep the peace, she got to cut back on that and not worry about what everybody else is saying in the world or what happened, you know, before this man lost his life or anything like that. You don't get involved with that. You know, of course, she's a mother, so she's going to want to go into protective mode. Her maternal instinct is going to come out and she's going to want to protect. But if you have a overall agenda, which is, you know, to stop the violence and utilize, you know, your children's passing as a way to reach out to the youth, you cannot be out here taking jabs at anybody, especially after they passed away. And you just explained that you didn't know them. You know what I'm saying? But like this man Say Cheese went on to say, there's a lot of documentaries about it out there, you know, and a lot of stuff ain't true and all this stuff. But then she goes ahead and cuts him off and clears it up that a lot of that stuff is true, and she don't know where they're getting their information from because a lot of it is true, which is basically saying like KI was who they say she was. You know what I'm saying? But then there was a lot of cap out there as well. But if we talking about the subject of KI, then you're saying that it was a lot of truth out there about her. You know what I'm saying? And that would be a reason why King Von would be on her head, because allegedly he was an enforcer. You know what I'm saying? So he was trying to find strategic ways to get the police out of the mix and act like he was liking her and get real close to her. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and find another reason why she would take a jab at King Von.
That's I fought KI and Lil Ricky. We both beat their ass. Like, me and Von fought the same people from STL. Von fought the stud KI and Lil Ricky.
Now, for those of y'all that don't know, this is Kayla B, which is King Von's sister. Yes, the one that Fredo Bang used to mess with, and they just recently broke up. But she was taking jabs at KI as well as FBG Duck, and also exposed the fact that, you know, Mama Duck in them house was dirty. When she used to go over there, used to be kids running around with dirty diapers. The house was just flat out nasty. They never had food in their kitchen. She just basically exposed them. Last year, they had a whole back and forth right after King Von passed away. And she does not like Kayla B. So she's taking jabs at King Von to hurt Kayla B. You know what I'm saying? In that huge interview with Say Cheese, which is going to get a lot more attention than that video that Kayla B got. Now, I'm not going to play those interviews because I don't want to put nobody disrespecting, you know, somebody who's gone right now, you know, just flat out saying F him on here. I don't want to make this that negative. But as we all know, women can be very petty whenever they hurt. You know what I'm saying? And also, this is something that is gang related. You know, as far as Mama Duck, she is a boss, allegedly. Let me say that. And you can tell by her attentions. You can tell by her movements and her face and everything that she was centered around the streets. I've seen a lot of mamas like this, you know, growing up in the streets. Now, a lot of these dudes that be on here blogging and talking, they ain't really from the streets, man, so they don't know what to look for. And I can tell y'all, Mama Duck knew what was going on. It was all going on under her house, allegedly. Hence the reason why 3 of her children are gone, and why, you know, FBG Brick, which was looked at like an enforcer, is her son, her oldest son. And he's such a real street dude and got notorious, you know, street stories out there. You know what I'm saying? That man, she couldn't even, when she was talking about Duck, she like, I'm sure he didn't take nobody's life. But as far as Brick, you know, he's solid. I'm sure, you know, I don't know what he did out there. I'm not going to say what he did, and I can't say that he didn't take nobody's life because his name was Brick and he stand on business. He really solid. So that goes to show you that she knew everything that her sons was doing, allegedly. Let me say all this. You know what I'm saying? And she was pretty much one of them mamas that was like, you know, stand on business and go handle that business. Basically moving as, you know, a brains behind the organization, allegedly. Let me say that. This is all for entertainment purposes. None of this is facts. So, you know, can't no law enforcement use this. Just my thought processes on certain situations. But here is Kayla B letting it be known, you know, that she is basically, you know, a brain. She's a boss, allegedly.
I said, because the first post she put up about me, Thompson, she was in my crib, a balloon went off. When did that ever happen? Stop playing. Girl, you ain't never ran and got no gun. If anything, the gonna go do the shit. You ain't finna do nothing with your old. Stop playing.
Did y'all catch what she was saying? She was saying that, you know, a slap went off, and Mama Duck was saying basically she was the one that let the slap go off, allegedly. But Kayla B was saying you would never do that. You would basically send the dudes to do that. The men would do that for you. You know, the men would have been the one to do that, which basically shows you that she had to pull, and she knew what was going on. Allegedly, she was calling shots and all that. Now, I'm saying a lot of allegedlys for all the suckers that's out there, as well as allowing the law enforcement to know that this is all entertainment purposes. But she did also say this: the way they did my sons let me know that that was some powerful MFs, and they had to make sure my babies was gone and out the way. But after reading this reports, Jesus, please help us. No mother, Nan, not even my worst enemy. You know, basically she's saying that, you know, somebody with a lot of pull took them out. She was basically trying to refer to it as the government, you know what I'm saying, basically took them out because they knew how much of a menace her sons was, you know what I'm saying, how much weight her sons was holding. And I agree with that. You know, it seems a little sus that somebody from the streets actually did that. I feel like them old block dudes got pinned with this situation, but it was a strategic move to take them out, you know what I'm saying. Now, what I'm overall trying to say to y'all is Mama Duck is not the sweet innocent lady that she portrays herself to be online. And I do feel bad for her loss, don't get me wrong. I can see she was a mother and she has a maternal instinct and she was very loving, but Mama Duck was also in the streets as well. Mama Duck is an OG. She's an original gangster, so she knows how to pull herself back from the media and not talk too much on the media, not give herself away. She knows how to not incriminate herself. She knows how to move. You know what I'm saying? She was not around her kids was not around all of this by chance. They was around all this because that's the lifestyle that Mama Duck raised them up in, and that's the lifestyle that she was used to. That's the lifestyle that she succumbed to and she felt like she couldn't get away from. And now she sees this opportunity to get away from that by being on the internet and accumulating, you know, revenue off of monetization, you know, speaking and, you know, just telling her story. And that also can be helpful to other mothers out there. But the only knock that I would have on Mama Duck is actually get on here talking crazy about King Von, you know, and he's another youngin that passed away as well. If your message overall is going to be, you know, to stop the violence, then it should be stop the violence and not adding any extras onto it. But y'all let me know y'all thoughts on this situation down in the comment section, and make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, drop a comment, because that really helps, you know, the video be promoted out to more people. You know, likes and comments, that's what I really need. Make sure when you subscribe, you turn post notifications on, turn it on to all, that way you can be notified every time we drop a video. And share the video if you really gang, man, if you really rocking with us and whatnot. You know, your boy need that love, man. YouTube trying to show stop our grind, man. Ever since they banned us, we ain't been getting a lot of impressions and a lot of push from anywhere. You know, we just kind of pushing it on our own. So, you know, if you really rocking with the family, you know, show that love. And all praise be to the Most High. Y'all know how that goes. Let me know y'all thoughts on all these situations. And with that being said, I'm out. Later.